Hello everyone and welcome back to The Sit Down. In today's episode, I want to give you guys a little treat. So as far as I'm aware, some of you might be newer to boxing. Some of you might be thinking, you know what, boxing's great, but if I was going to look back at the last 5 years, I don't know where to start. So in today's episode, we're doing a top 10 fights in the last 5 years look back in no particular order. So these are some of my absolute favorites and I'm so excited to share them with you. Number one, we have Fury v Wilder 3. So that's Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, and it's the third fight, okay? This fight had a total of 5 combined knockdowns. This was the fight where Fury got up from the dead. I'm sure you've seen the memes, and ultimately the fight ended in the 11th. I won't give you a spoiler about how it ended, but definitely one for you guys to check out. Number 2 on the list, we have Bivol versus Beterbiev, and that's the second fight, that is. So that fight solidified the win in the first. And if you want to look at boxing magic, this is definitely a place for you guys to start. It had technical artistry. It just had everything that you would wish for if you are a boxing fanatic like me. Number 3, we have Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. And for me, this fight was kind of the start of Crawford's commercial dominance. Obviously, he's always been the guy. But this is when everyone started to be like, oh, yeah, no, he is the guy. And it was amazing from start to finish. Terence Crawford's walkout, Eminem walked with him. His fight kit had fishnets on it because Errol Spence calls himself the big fish. So it had all the hype and it did not disappoint with the fight itself. Ultimately, Crawford beat up Errol Spence. And it was way easier than most people expected. And the question was, after Errol Spence's horrible car accident, had that impacted him? Had it not? Either way, go watch it, make up your own minds. Fourth on the list, we have the fight that broke my heart. Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. And it was a really sad night for me. I expected Lomachenko to blow Teofimo Lopez out of there because he's, a sorcerer, let's be honest. But Teofimo Lopez just did what he had to do. His game plan was solid. Lomachenko was slow to get going. I mean, I don't think he did anything particularly until round 7. So ultimately, Teofimo Lopez got the win over Lomachenko and broke my heart in the process. Okay, so number 5, we have Wardley versus Fraser Clark 2. So this was an absolute crazy fight. There was a crazy knockout off the back of their first fight, which was a 12-round war and resulted in a draw. So obviously, when you've gone those 12 rounds, gone the distance, and it was a draw, people expected it to be a lot closer, and Wardley did not disappoint. Number 6, we have Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, the first fight. It was an absolute crazy war. Katie was almost out on her feet in the mid rounds. I think it was round 6 or 7. The ref didn't stop it. That was pretty controversial. And ultimately, it went the distance and it went to points. So if you want a great example of, female boxing at its finest, that's definitely one for you guys to see. The next fight on our list, we have Sebastian Reyes versus Junto Nakatani. It was a fight of two halves, Nakatani came on very strong in the first half of the fight. Reyes came on very strong in the second half of the fight. It was a fight of the year contender. It had a bit of a controversial result with some odd judging, something that we are quite used to, but definitely one for you guys to go and get your eyes on. Next up, we have Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. This fight, guys, was so exciting. It's not always we see Devin Haney in the most exciting fights. This was one of them. It was fan-friendly action. These guys had faced each other previously. They'd fought in the amateurs. And it was insane. Garcia knocked down Haney 3 times. It went to points. It was a fabulous night of boxing. But it came with a lot of controversy because following the fight, we find out that Garcia failed a drug test. So there was that scandal going on. He also missed weight, before the fight. So there was that happening. There was a ton of trash talk. It's the stuff of Hollywood dreams. Definitely one for you guys to enjoy. Next up, we have Callum Smith versus Joshua Buatsi. That was a 12-round battle. It was Buatsi's first defeat, and many considered it fight of the year. So very fantastic matchup in the light heavyweight division. And last on the list, last but definitely not least, Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury 1. Crazy fight. Like, firstly, before going into the fight, everyone was like, a good big man beats a good small man based on, the size stuff. It was very much David and Goliath going on. But that's not how the fight played out. Fury almost unconscious on the ropes in the later rounds. Like, this guy was like looking around, didn't know where he was. And yeah, it was just amazing. Alexander Usyk is chef's kiss, creme de la creme of boxing magic. He put such a number on Tyson Fury that the fight took place in May, and Fury was wishing people a happy new year in May post-fight. So yeah, go and get your eyes on that. So I hope you enjoyed that. That is the top 10 fights in the last 5 years for you guys to go and enjoy. Let me know in the comments which one of those you've seen, which ones you might recommend that weren't on that list as well. Go comment, like, share, subscribe, and we look forward to catching you on the next episode of The Sit Down.